Time in YouTube, and welcome back to Deck Profiles. Today we are going to be looking over a budget Incineroar-GX deck. This one will be featuring an Entei from Ancient Origins, but we'll get to that just in a little bit. Starting off though, we are going to look over Incineroar-GX here. He is a stage 2 fire type with 250 HP. This thing is not going to be one shot very easily. He's got Hustling Strike, 1 fire energy, he's going to do 10 damage, and you're going to do 20 more damage for each fire type on your bench. So we've tried to fill up the bench. I guess the better way of saying it is we've tried to fill up the deck to the point where Hustling Strike is our guaranteed damage if we have to. You also have Tiger Swing, 2 fire, 1 colorless. It's going to do 80 damage. You get to do 2 coin tosses. If you land heads on either one of them, you will get 50 more damage. So you have the potential to do 180 damage here, but based on our good old way of going, Hustling Strike might actually be sometimes the better way to go. So that's why we've done, you'll see what we've done with the deck in just a little bit. Our big crucial hitter though is the Burning Slam GX, 2 fire, 1 colorless. It's going to do 200 damage. And it will also burn your opponent. Now, a lot of people are like, why burn them if they're already going to be taking 200 damage? Well, I can tell you this, that extra little bit of damage can sometimes come in clutch. Either way, let's take a look at the rest of the deck. The rest of the deck includes 1 Oranguru, 120 HP, basic type Pokemon, colorless, has Instruct, once during your turn you may draw cards until you have 3 in hand. It also has Psychic, 3 colorless energy, 60 damage, this attack does 20 more damage times the number of energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. We really won't be using Oranguru all too much, if we don't have to. Now we are matching it with... Now we are using this particular Entei, and that's because we don't have a lot of energy acceleration. So what I've done with this is we get to go for Burning Roar, 1 colorless energy, you get to discard the top 4 cards of your deck. If any of those are fire energy, you do get to attach them to your Pokemon any way you like, so this potentially can speed up getting your Incineroar a little bit quicker. You also have Combat Blaze for 2 fire, it's going to do 20 damage plus 20 for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. I always like having a non-EX attacker, non-GX attacker in the deck, because Incineroar is going to cost us 2 prizes if our opponent takes it out, whereas if they take out an Entei, they technically have to take out 2 Enteis to make up for it. So, I like that. We are going to be running 1 Max Potion. Now, this Max Potion could come in clutch. Again, we could be using Hustling Strike for, like, consistent damage. If we've got, like... We managed to get a perfect world and get all 8 of the basics down. That'll be 4 Enteis on the bench, 3 Littens on the bench, and your Incineroar in front. You could be hitting for a whopping 150 damage for 1 energy. Again, not likely. Not likely. But it can help you get that extra damage off. So the Max Potion is kind of there just for that. And it keeps your Incineroar, that massive HP stat, it just keeps it in clutch. We are going to be running 2 Nest Balls, and the opportunity here is to get either Entei or Litten, obviously. You could run Level Ball so you could get your Torcats, but I preferred the basics. Now again, that's completely up to you guys. Let me know if you guys are using which one or the other. But that's just my choice. I went with Nest Ball. I went with 1 Professor's Letter. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. Very, very nice, very simple. We do have 2 rare candies to kind of power through that Torcat stage and get right into Incineroar. We've got 4 Trainer's Mail. You get to look at the top 4 cards of your deck, pull a trainer from there as long as it's not another Trainer's Mail, put it into your hand, shuffle the rest of the cards back into your deck. You have 4 Ultra Ball, the Golden Ball of Choice! Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle the rest of the deck. We have 4 Via Seekers because supporters are going to be huge. I'm just going to say that now. In this budget deck, we have like a lot of supporters. Now, I prefer certain ways of getting supporters because some of these are like situational, and I'd rather have that opportunity to come and get it back versus having like an escape rope or switch. That comes down to your playability, and let me know if you guys usually prefer to say use switch or escape rope over Olympia, which I'm running. I'm running 1 Olympia, switch your active Pokemon with 1 of your bench, and you get to heal that Pokemon for 30 damage. Very, very nice, very, very straightforward. But that's one of the things, like it's the same thing with Brock's Grit. You can use the Super Rod or 2 of them, or just use Brock's Grit. I prefer Brock's Grit because I'm not afraid to discard it. That's my fear with Super Rod, is if I get an early game and I'm forced to get rid of it, that's a potential couple cards back into the deck that I'm not going to get now. Whereas Brock's Grit, it's like, yeah, I have to use my supporter for the turn, but not only am I going to get 6 cards back, I can at least recall this with my VS Seeker. So I do like Brock's Grit a little bit more in that regard. We are going to be using Skyfield. You can use Scorched Earth, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to maximize the potential for Hustling Strike. And this is what I'm saying earlier. I know you guys may be like ticking your heads and be like, you can only have 5 bench mons. Well, with Skyfield, we can potentially get all of these Pokemon on the field all at once. So that's what I was aiming for. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's okay. We are running 1 copy of Bridget. This lets us get 3 basic Pokemon from our deck and put them into play. Into play? No, yeah, they go right onto your bench. So this will get us our Oranguru, Entei, Littens, doesn't matter. And what's great about Bridget with the GXs is she can literally get them and then you just evolve right into your GX. It's beautiful. Not literally, you still have to wait your turn, but either way, you guys got you get what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm just kind of going crazy now. We've got 1 Lysander. You could use 2 here. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. We also have our powerful N. Each player shuffles their hand back into their deck and draws cards equal to their remaining prize cards. Click the XE there. We have got 2 Kukui. This just gives us that little bit of oomph. And this, if we're using it on the GX attack, we can actually hit that 240 mark, 220 due to base damage, and then 20 damage due to the burn. And we also get to draw 2 additional cards, which is beautiful, We've got 4 Sycamore here. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Absolute staple in pretty much every deck. We have 1 Skyla, and this is to kind of get us everything else that we don't potentially need. Like, if I'm in a situation where Incineroar is going to go down, get the Max Potion. If I need energy, I can get a Professor's Letter. I can pretty much get anything I want, and this is another option where you can easily switch Olympia for like a switch or an escape rope, because she can actually go for it and actually use that card that turn. So again, it's based on what your situations are that you want to run. We are also running 2 Float Stones for those Enteis, because I don't want to keep them too much in the active, but I didn't have room for more than that, I found. And lastly, we are going to be running 10 Fire Energies. You can definitely cut if you really wanted to, but I found 10 was really nice because if we're going to discard them through Burning Roar, not only are we going to get them, but we don't have to fear too much of losing them to like Ultra Balls and all that much. So either way, that is the deck. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys are running for Incineroar, and let's see how mine works in 2 matches on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright guys, our first matchup is against Sauce44. We're playing Dark Dragon Steel. I have no idea what my opponent's playing. No idea. I thought Steel would have been Tyrantrum, but I don't know if it's Dark Steel. Be interesting to see what my opponent is playing. We do win the coin toss though, so we'll be able to go first here, and it's exactly what we want because we want to get that opportunity to set up this Incineroar. Unfortunately, we are not going to do that. We are not going to do that. We are unfortunately just going to have to sit back, relax, wait for my opponent to get his nice mulligan, and we need to wait to get those Littens and Enteis. We are going to start with... Well, this is pretty bad hand. This is pretty bad hand. Gonna just say that right now. Pretty bad hand. We are going to hold off and see if my opponent has any more. He has just a Talonflame in the front, which is kind of scary. Definitely kind of scary. We're gonna get a Kukui, who's not a good supporter to use right now. Do we have anything else? We got a Floatstone. Yay! All those supporters. I get Kukui. I get Kukui, guys. I get Kukui. I will put the Floatstone down onto the Litten in case something bad happens, and I will use Kukui to draw 2 additional cards. And one of them is going to be a fellow Litten. so at least I can use that to my advantage. Hopefully I can grab a rare candy, because then I can at least hit for Kukui again and get some additional damage on the Hustling Strike. But other than that, I don't know what to do. I need a supporter that can actually draw me a ton of cards. But I will also be losing 2 of my 3 Incineroar, which is not very good. My opponent has Darkrai and Steel types. I haven't seen the Steel type yet. We are going to see a Dark Energy hit Talonflame, fighting Fury Belt onto the Darkrai. The Steel type might be Magearna. Then is it Darkrai Giratina then? I don't know. We are going to see a Sycamore. Why can't you people end when I'm asking you to end me? It'd be really nice. My opponent has the Yveltal. We're going to see the XP share hit the Yveltal, and a Max Elixir go for the Turbo Darkrai. That's exactly what we're playing here. And again, if you guys do feel the vibration, it is my phone, and it's going to go way over here, so that doesn't interrupt us anymore. We do see our opponent gets another Darkrai, and another XP share going onto that Darkrai. We're going to see an Arrow Blitz, 40 damage onto me, which is not good. Not good at all. And I need a lot of cards. The problem is I don't want a Sycamore, because I'm going to have to ditch 3 of my precious Via Seekers. This hand is very bad. I get an Entei. Hey, that's golden. That's just golden. I'm going to go for a Kukui here. We will go for the additional 2 cards. Ooh, I get a Nest Ball and a Fire Energy. I might want to return my Litten. So retreat into the Entei. I can go for another Nest Ball, get myself another Litten. Actually, yeah, that's the best thing I can do. I think that's the best thing I can do. I can't be a Seeker. I've already done it. I'm going to discard the top 4 cards. It's going to be 3 energy. Ooh, wait. 3 energy in any way I want. Oh man, I think I just set up my Litten for 1 turn. Bam! Alright, so Litten is set up. I just need to get Incineroar down. That's all I need to do. And we do have a Brock Skrit now into the discard, which is actually really good. Now, my opponent does have free retreat, so it can easily go into their Darkrai's at any time, and it seems to have Zoroark as well. It might be a little bit too much, but that's just me. We are going to see the Darkrai with the Fighting Fury Belt is now fully set up. Actually, so is the one with the XP share. We're going to see my opponent go for a Sycamore, discarding that Dark Energy, and getting a full brand new hand. It's fine. It's fine. We're doing okay. We're going to see our opponent play a 3rd Darkrai and a Fighting Fury Belt onto that Darkrai. A little intimidated, not going to lie. And we're going to see that Arrow Blitz. It's going to hit for 40. My opponent is going to be able to get both cards that they want, and unless I can get a supporter that I can actually use, I needed an N, is really what I need. My opponent's searching his deck for 2 cards that he could definitely use right now. And unfortunately, we're just not getting the best of hands. Like, I don't want to get rid of these Incineroars. Okay, if I get a Sycamore, I'm in trouble, because I don't want to waste that. Come on, decent card. Fire Energy, not what we need. But I can hit for some pretty good damage now onto the Entei. I'm actually going to be able to hit for 120. So I'm actually going to go for my Kukui, and this will take out Talonflame. I've used up 2 Via Seekers on Kukuis. There is what I'm looking for. I'm going to grab those Fire Energies so I don't draw them. There's only 1 left in the deck. But with the Kukui damage, the Combat Blaze will be able to take out Talonflame, giving us first prize of the game, which is actually pretty good. I'm pretty hyped about that, but my opponent is going to get this Dark Energy. It's going to go on to one of the 2 Pokemon with the XP share, and we're going to get a Trainer's Mail. That is not going to help us out at all. It might get us into a rare candy. We are going to see the Zora, so we do know that one of the two cards my opponent did grab was a Zoroark and probably a Float Stone. Double colorless energy, can easily Mind Jack us 369, does just go straight for that Mind Jack. And down goes my Entei. My poor baby Entei is gone. We are going to go into the Litten with the Float Stone. And we are going to get ourselves a Skyla, which can easily get us a rare candy right now. But if I don't have to use it, I won't. And I will not have to. I did get the good old rare candy from a trainer's mail. So we are just going to pop that down onto the one in the back. And we're going to head with that one. We are going to... Do we have Lysander in here yet? No. I need to depend on a Tiger Swing. I'm going to go for my Skyla here, and I'm going to get myself Lysander. This way I can at least potentially get it to use on one of the cards I want to knock out. We are going to retreat into our Incineroar, and we have to go for the Tiger Swing. If I can knock this thing out, that will be amazing. So Tiger Swing it. Yes, we do get the Zoroark. It is going to go down. One prize less for us to kind of grab. We do get a Sycamore here. Starting to get the supporters that we actually want to get. I do need one more rare candy before losing my Incineroar. But my opponent is going to come in with the Darkrai. Is sitting at 220 HP and can easily hit us for what? 20, 40, 60, 80? 90? Okay, I'm not too threatened yet. 100? 110? Sorry? I'm not too threatened yet. Should be 110. Yeah, 110. Okay. So we actually get one more full attack of that, which I'm good with. I actually am really good with that. And we can actually one-shot this due to the Burning GX. We have to be careful, though. I kind of want to take out the Darkrai in the back versus the one that's got more HP. Let's do some setup first. Let's put an energy here. Okay. Thinking. I can take this guy out with the Fighting Fury Belt, but both of these guys will get the energy drops. So I will not lose any damage on the Darkrai. So. I don't need a Lysander. It's all going to be saved up regardless. So I'm going to hit it with the Burning Slam GX attack here. And this will burn it. And it will knock him out. Even though the burn is healed, it does not matter. I will be able to do the damage and it will knock it out. I got an end finally. Not that it matters. We actually are in currently winning state with an Incineroar budget deck over a Turbo Darkrai. And if I can get myself the cards to set up my good old Litten in the back, we at least have that potential to do some massive damage. I might use this to get ourselves a Brock's Grit. Whew, this game's not over. We are going to see that my opponent did get an additional energy, so 120, it will be 140. We'll be at 240. I don't think he can knock us out just yet. So Dark Pulse goes through, it's going to increase to 90. Did he ditch an energy? We can drop an energy down onto our... Sorry, the Float Stone down. Why not I just get the good old-fashioned Fire Energy here? I'm going to go for my Skyla as my final... Sorry, guys. I'm gonna get my Skyla back. I'm gonna go for a rare candy. Because this way I have another Incineroar in the back. Please tell me I don't have a rare candy. Is Torcat in here? Yes, Torcat is in here. We'll easily grab our Ultra Ball. And I will discard the N and a Sycamore. Easily discard those for Torcat. This is our slowest method of getting Incineroar GX out, but it'll work. It'll work. So we're up to 2 energies on this one. We can drop the Floatstone down onto the Entei, and I will get some massive damage down here with the Tiger Swing. We're going to get 1 head, so that'll be 130 damage onto the Darkrai. Technically speaking, we can knock it out next turn as long as I get 1